With the first pick in the 2024 Chemistry Basketball Association, the LA Beakers select Steel Nash.
Hello, this is Nicholas Cage with your atomic draft analysis. For starters, steel is an alloy that is part iron and part carbon. He is the first alloy to be drafted since 2018. This is due to the fact that so many alloys are deciding to be a part of buildings rather than to join the Basketball Association. Steel is an interstitial alloy, which means that at the atomic level, the smaller carbon atoms fill the spaces in between the larger iron atoms, and these spaces in between the iron atoms are called the interstices. This makes him an absolutely perfect fit for the Los Angeles Beakers, who are in a dire need of a big and good paint defender. Steel is so densely packed that it is virtually impossible for any of those small, zippy guards to get through his small interstices and to the basket. Another very appealing aspect of Steel's draft resume is his relatively high melting point. For a team like the LA Beakers, where last year, in an intense second round playoff series, their star player melted under all the pressure, they really need a player like Steel, who doesn't get easily emotional and can clutch up when needed. I rate this draft pick an A+. Good job, LA Beakers. Hello, this is Adam Silver, the Commissioner of the Chemistry Basketball Association. With the second overall pick in the 2024 CBA Draft, the Orlando Oxides select LeBron James.
Boo! Boo!
Hello everyone. Once again, this is Nicholas Cage with your atomic draft analysis. LeBron's is another alloy. However, rather than steel, LeBron's is substitutional. He is composed majority of copper with some tin mixed in there as well. At the atomic level, the difference maker for a substitutional alloy is that rather than fitting smaller atoms in between the spaces between the main elements, the atoms are instead substituted. For LeBron's case, some of the copper atoms aligned in the crystal structure are substituted for tin, since both those types of atoms have a similar radius. LeBron's is also characterized by his ductile and malleable properties, which are greater than those of Steel Nash because of his atoms' ability to slide past each other without disrupting the crystal lattice structure. LeBron's ductility enables him to be able to be stretched and pulled apart quite far, which allows him to evade screens very well and also makes him an excellent perimeter defender. On the other hand, his malleability allows him to be able to be deformed without breaking, which is something that every team is actually looking for. A player that can fit into any role, despite it not being their ace talent, is a guarantee that even if he doesn't live up to his number 2 overall draft pick potential and hype, he will still be a solid contributor to his team. And to be honest, I have to give this pick another A grade.
Okay, go.
It's just in. With the third overall pick in the 2024 Chemistry Basketball Association, the Chicago Bunsen Burners select Blake Gunpowder. Back again, it's Nicholas Cage with your atomic draft analysis for the third pick in the 2024 CBA Draft. Here we have a heterogeneous mixture, Blake Gunpowder, who will make an excellent addition to the Chicago Bunsen Burners, who are in dire need of an all-around player. Because of his large mass of one of his components, potassium nitrate, he has no problem holding his own in the paint. However, because of his ability to gun dust, Gunpowder also proves to be a threat with his explosiveness on both the offensive and defensive end of the court. Overall, I see a lot of potential in this pick, and I think he could be just what the Bunsen Burners have been looking for.
Hi guys, I'm here for Best for Sports Broadcasting at the CBA 2024 Draft, and a fight is breaking out.
This is why you got drafted second and I got drafted first.
Shut the frick up, bro.
You shouldn't start by saying,
Buddy, I said I know that you're mad. I've emptied the flask over friendlier jabs. You mentioned my tin, now deal with me. All I gotta go bad, I gotta go bad. ductile. I was really trying to keep it ductile. But you used to such a duck can't even be stretched. Not even ductile can put you anywhere. You know who bang it can test my alloy copper zinc. You know who bang it can test my alloy copper nickel. You know who bang it can test my alloy copper tin. But he still used to sleep on this, you so bummy. You a metal but got weak conductivity. Can't be booing me on stage when you ugly. I mean it's true how you a metal but ain't pretty. How you an alloy with no malleability. Always acting like you better than the
Hold on. Can we switch the language?
Dear LeBrons, I'm sorry that you're softer. Let me be honest, it takes a real alloy to be strong, and your properties ain't the strongest. I look at you and wish your copper would've wore a condom. I'm sorry that you worked so hard and then got drafted behind me. Life's a forge, I know the heat's always gonna bring us home. Sometimes our elements mix wrong and it affects us into a home. Hey, you're a good alloy, but you need a stronger grip. Let me be your mentor, since copper and tin don't teach you zip. Never let a metal bend your will, son. Either you stand firm there or teach that metal to drill, son. Never stoop to the substitutional business, that's a weak tradition. Please remember, you could be soft even if you got that iconic metal hardness. Never alloy sub, whether right or wrong, you're a copper man. Even if it don't benefit your goals, do some interstitial, man. Don't cut them corners like your bronze did. With the 4th overall pick in the 2024 CBA Draft, the Cleveland Catalyst select Water White. Hello, this is Nickel Cage, back for the draft analysis for this year's CBA Draft. This year, the Cleveland Catalyst selected Water White with their 4th overall pick. Though Water does not stand out for anything in particular, his ability to bring out the absolute best in his teammates, especially ionic compounds, will secure him a spot on practically any team. Because of his relatively small molar mass, Water is quick on his feet, and he can rely on his speed when his height may serve as a disadvantage. However, even though Water is a liquid player, the Catalysts need more than just a role player if they want to make it far in the upcoming seasons. I really would have wished that the Catalysts would have reached deeper into this draft and found a player with a higher ceiling so that they could really shine in the upcoming years. Overall, this pick is okay, but that's all I have to say today. With the 5th and last pick in the 2024 CBA Draft, the Denver Neutrons select Zink Williamson. Woo! Hello, this is Nickel Cage with your last atomic draft analysis this year. The Denver Neutrons went ahead and made a surprising choice in picking up Zink Williamson with their 5th overall pick. Zinc has a sea of electrons, which is what occurs in solids when all the bonded electrons do not belong to one single atom, and they instead form a sea of delocalized electrons which can move freely throughout the fixed lattice. In his game, this translates to a very strong point guard who plays very unselfishly and emphasizes teamwork and passing. Zinc is also a very good conductor of electricity, which is something characteristic of many metals like himself. This means that he brings the energy in the bench, which is a valuable asset to teams like the Neutrons, who honestly lacked a lively bench last year. Overall, this pick was unexpected though. Zinc is not anything special, and many of his traits are the exact same of those other metals later on in the draft. I don't see too much potential for a top 5 pick from him, but can definitely appreciate his unselfish playstyle, and I could envision a solid role player coming out of him in the coming years. Thank you. Goodbye, everyone.